about Entra ID, what are the services that we have under Entra ID, and how we can use those and which purpose we use for which service. We're not going too much deeper as this is an introduction video for Entra ID. Later we will just point out or we will go through each and every of the services or each and every of the options that we have under Entra ID. So already I have logged in with my credentials under my tenant. This is the home page of our tenant. Here you can directly find on the search bar for Microsoft Entra ID. So you can get the option over there. This is the first way to go to Entra ID. The second way is here we have three dots you can see. Just click on that. Under resources also you can find Microsoft Entra ID. Here are all the services that has been there that is being provided by our Azure. Microsoft Azure. Okay, so moreover all these services are under subscriptions, but the Entra ID does not require any of the subscription. If you are going to learn or if you want to learn just an Entra ID, you can go ahead and create one tenant, test tenant. If you want, I can just I will share one video also which will help you to register yourself in Entra ID. Okay, two options we have seen. The third one is we have these three blades. If you doesn't have subscription, it will say you that you don't have subscription. Check out the following option. This will give you a free trial subscription. This will give you Entra ID. So this we needed. You can just click on view option and you can be able to find the Entra ID. So these are the three ways on which we can go and we can check our Entra ID. Once you are inside your Entra ID, you can get like this option over there. So what all this we have, so here we have our tenant name. Whatever tenant name you have been given, that will be displayed here, and we are under overview page. So this defines you are under this tenant and under overview page. Okay, here we have a overview page for us. In the top bar we have add. Under add we have users. You can create a user, you can invite a user. We have groups. You can see all the groups that we have. We have enterprise applications and we have attestation. These are the four basic we can say or the things on which we will work or on which we will add the resources. Okay, these are the basic four things that we have. These are in brief also. We will go inside and we will check it out, but at the overview page also you can get the these four options that you can be able to manage. When if you have multiple tenants, you can click manage tenants, and all the tenants that you have under your directory will be listed over here. You can see I have multiple tenants over there that has been listed here. So the basically these things are there if you are using B2C tenants also, or if you have merged any tenant with the same. So this will help you out to check it out, and from here you can make a default also. You can just click here and make it default. So when you have make it default, you can directly log into that particular tenant, although your ID has been available in all the tenants, but which one your default tenant, you can go ahead and log in on the same tenant itself. Okay, many options we have. We will go one by one and we will check it out. Okay, then we have what's new. If you are going to click it, you can be able to get what is the new in this review features and got any feedback. If you have any feedback, you can provide here. Okay, in the overview page, you can be able to find name, tenant ID of your tenant, primary domain. What is your primary domain? If you have registered any domain and make it as a primary, then it will be displayed here itself. And the last option is Microsoft Entra ID P2 license. This is the license, like we have Microsoft Entra ID free, we have Microsoft Entra ID Premium P1, and we have Microsoft Entra ID Premium P2. These three licenses are available in the basic. And when we move forward, we can see Microsoft has identity governance license also and the suite license also, which will give you more privileges and more kind of services that you can go through. Okay, so these are all the things that we have. Here you can see what are the total user count that you have, what are the total groups that you have, what are the total applications, and how many devices you have registered in your Entra ID. So these are the basic informations that you can get from here itself, that you can check it out. So these are all the services that we have here for devices and all. Then after completing this, we have overview. Then you can click on monitoring. Here you can find all the signings that we have done under graph. Like for example, how many users are signing inside the tenant itself. So you can see 625 is the count for me. that has been listed over here, and here we have dates. Okay, under properties you can see all the details. What is the name of your tenant, what is the company or reason, data location, notification languages, tenant ID, what we have, technical contact number that we have. Okay, so these all things you can be able to find here itself. Under recommendation, whatever recommendation has been provided by the Entra ID, you can find over there to increase your score. Like in the overview page, we have a security score, or you can go ahead and check it in the security page itself. We have a security score, so that score can be increased by for following these recommendations. You will just fulfill this recommendation, which are high. You need to um, fulfill that, or you need to complete that security recommendation, so you can be able to you can be secure your intra ID, you can secure your identity. Okay, so that will not be your trouble. Which are medium or low, you can be able to, if you want, you can fulfill that, or if you want to skip it, you can skip it. Other I will just recommend you to follow the high priority recommendation that is provided by the Microsoft. Okay, in this if you open that, you will find all the steps, what you need to do, why you are getting this, what is the description, what are the values that you need to meet, what are the action plan, everything will be there. Okay, so just go and follow these, it will be helpful for you. And at the last, we have step guides. These are some documents that is been provided from the Microsoft Learn, and you can go ahead and check out these document if you need it. Okay, the main thing that we have is under manage. Under manage, we will be able to find multiple services under Entra. First is users. We have already seen users in the overview page also, but if you just click on this user, you will be able to find many of the services, all like all users has been there. Under all users, you will find all the users that are there in Entra ID. Here you have some options that we will check it out when we will go in deep in user details. Okay, audit logs are there. These audit logs are for entire tenant users. If you go inside of any of the single user, then you will find a audit log for that particular single user itself. You can add a filter also here. You can use target, or you can initiated by use the username, whatever you have. Okay, similarly we have sign logs here. You can just go ahead and you can use the sign in logs to check entire directory sign logs that you have. Okay, here we have anything. If you are getting kind of troubleshooters that we have, how my signings has been failed, you can go ahead and check the troubleshooting guidelines, why it has been failed and how we can be able to recover it. Deleted user is a kind of thing under which we have a soft delete users, like we have deleted the user in our Entra ID, then it will be go to soft delete. Everybody knows, like for 30 days. Okay, then you can be able to recover the same till 30 days. Password reset, if you can see, if you have selected it all, then anybody will be able to reset your password with the help of SSPR. What is SSPR? It says self-service password reset, from which the user will automatically uh, go to the password reset site of Microsoft, which is aka.ms/sspr, or you can say passwordreset.onmicrosoft.com. Okay, these both are the websites. I will just show you also. So from there you can be able to reset the password. Okay. At the last, we have user settings. Here we have some settings of the user. Then we have bulk operation result, and many more settings are there. So these all section is for users, you can say. Okay. Then we have groups. Under this, we can be able to find all type of groups. It could be Microsoft M365 group. It could be security group. It could be dynamic group also. Depends on the same. Whatever groups you are creating, you can be able to find all the groups over here. Okay. Then we have external identities. Here, basically, we are configuring the B2B kind of things, like we are doing cross tenant with our different tenant. We are giving the settings for our guest user settings are there. Okay, what are the accesses, what are the privilege will be there for guest users. Cross tenant settings are there. Self sign up was there. Subscriptions that you have linked with these. So all these settings you will find under external identity. This is the basically for the B2B collaborations. Then we have another type of group that is been known as administrative unit. This is also a kind of group, you can understand here itself. Then we have a separate lecture for administrative unit on which we will check it out, what are these and how we can be able to use it in the groups. And this is basically for security purposes. You want to restrict any of the group under any of the location, any of the technical perspective. If you are giving any role for the particular group itself, so they can be able to manage that under that particular group or under that particular administrative unit. So this is a one step ahead for the security, you can say, in the groups. Okay. Then we have delegated admins. You can, if you have delegated any admin partners or Microsoft partner, so that you can be able to find here itself. After that, we have enterprise applications, which is a vast topic in Intra. Like you can be able to register any of the application under this portal, and you can use SSO, you can use provisioning, you can do multiple steps, okay, with the enterprise application. Then we have devices. Whatever devices you have added here, it could be syncing from your on-premises, like on-prem AD you have added, or it could be directly added to the Entra ID itself. Both kind of devices we can be able to find in the devices. All devices, you can be able to find all your devices that is being added in this tenant. Okay. After that, we have a app registration. So already I have given a deep knowledge on app registration and enterprise application in my previous video, but again, as this is our entire course, I will create a video on over that. We have a lecture with that. So basically the difference between app registration and enterprise application is being listed over there itself. So app basically there are two methods for SSO, we already know, right? One is SAML and one is OIDC. So if any application is using OIDC, that will be added under app registration, and if any application which will be used using a SAML as a SSO, then it will be added under enterprise application. Okay. Apart from that, many differences are there. We will just check it out under the lecture itself that we have. After that, we have identity governance. Identity governance will cover your entitlement management, lifecycle workflows, access review, privilege identity management, terms of use, and some of the access packages on, right? So here you can see access packages being there, lifecycle workflow is there, access reviews we have, privilege identity management we have. Privilege identity management will cover the Entra roles also and the Azure role also, entire package of the PIM. Okay, so that has been covered under identity and governance. After that, we have application proxy, which is being used to connect our on-premises application to the cloud itself. Here we have connectors, and that connector will help us to go and install those connectors on our on-prem application, and that will be able to connect with our cloud URL. So on that we need to give both the URLs, and then we can have our on-prem application live in the cloud or in the global market. Okay. Then we have licensing part. Basically license has been moved towards M365 portal. We will go there and we will check it out. We cannot assign the license from here itself. We need to go to M365 portal. From there we can be able to assign the license. After we have cross-tenant synchronization settings, like there we are going to just create the inbound and outbound organization. Like we are going to add the organization over there, but here we need to configure our cross-tenant synchronization setting itself. Like you will go ahead, you will add your tenant here, and how the configuration should work, that you need to specify here. So this is an we need to set it up in both the setting itself and the external collaboration setting also. If we are doing any cross tenant with in between the two tenants, then we need to set it up in the cross tenant external identities also. External identities, here we have, right, this under external identities also you need to set it up, and then we need to go to cross tenant synchronization. Here also we need to do some configuration for cross tenant. Okay, we will check it out. Then we have Microsoft Entra Connect. This is basically we have two applications. In deep we will understand that, but for now, for basic, you can go ahead. We have two applications in Microsoft that we are using to sync our on-premises identity towards the cloud. Okay, so it will create a bridge between our on-prem and cloud that will help us to sync our on-premises identities towards the cloud. So one is our cloud sync, which is a lightweight agent, and one is our connect sync, which is also one of our agent itself. So this is the agent that we need to install on our on premises, and this have multiple customizations over there. Apart from cloud sync that we have, cloud sync doesn't have that much of customization, or we cannot be able to customize accordingly. Whatever options we have in our cloud sync in the cloud itself, that we need to follow it, and accordingly we need to use the same. But in connect sync we can be able to customize, we can add the attributes, we can add the conditions, sync rules, whatever we want, we will see in the cloud sync or interconnect lecture itself. Okay, after that we have custom domains. You can see whatever domains you have in your tenant itself, that will be over there. What are the status of the tenant, are they federated, or what is the primary domain itself. If I want to change, I will just create the domain itself and make it as a primary itself. So this will be my primary domain as for now. You can see once I will refreshes, my tick has been changed to this, and in the overview page at the last you will see the verified domain is also been updated. Okay. MDM and WIP is the applications that we are going to add here. Like the Intune is already been added. Apart from this, if you want to add any of the application, you can just go and add here. As you can see, I'm adding Samsung Knock Manager. I will review and create it. It will redirect to Chrome. It will ask me to log in and all. And once it has been done, I can be able to add it here in the MDM or WIP. This will help us to manage the platforms, and you can be able to do the same with our Entra ID. Password reset we have already been seen from the user console. Also you can go for the password management, and from here also you can go and choose the password reset option. Company branding we have here, you can see here you can provide the branding itself. Now I have whatever I have in the default, but you can go, you can change your background, you can change the logo, you can change the font, and whatever we have in the sign in portal itself. When we are going to just sign in, that you can change, and you can be able to update according to the options that has been provided from the Microsoft itself, whatever you can be added and whatever you can't be. Here also again we have user settings that is being managed under user also, and from here also at the last you have properties that we have already been seen. Here you can edit these that were there, and once you can be able to edit it, you can just save it and go ahead. At the last we have security options. Here we have a security default or conditional access policies that we have. You can go here and check for the conditional access policies that has been added in your tenant. Identity protections we have, security center we have, and verified IDs. Many of the options that we have under security. So from here basically the main topic is from here is the conditional access policies that you can use and that you can create in the conditional access policy over there, and then you can more secure your identities under Entra ID. At the last, we have monitoring options that include sign-in logs, audit logs, provisioning logs. Like whenever we are doing provisioning under enterprise application, all the logs will be captured here. These are the separate one also. Under particular option, you will also get these options to open audit or sign-in logs from there itself. Per user audit logs are there, per user sign-in logs are there. But provisioning logs will be included per application, not per user or uh, not per user, not per tenant. It will be applicable for per application itself. Whatever application we have added, from there you can be able to find the provisioning logs. Health of your Entra ID. Like if you are just going to health, you can see what are the scenario, what you need to, uh, what are the monitoring things that you've been required, what are the SLAs that is being entertained. So these you can check from the health itself. So these are the users and insights and other options that we have in Entra ID. Those we are using just for reporting and monitoring purposes under Entra ID. At last we have support request. If you want any of the support requests that you want to create, or you need to you want help from the Microsoft end, you can go ahead. You need to give him some brief details, and you can just create a support request under Microsoft. So this is the basic overview that we have for this Microsoft and Entra ID portal itself, and you can go ahead and if you want anything else, or if you want a more deep information of Entra ID, please be with us, as I'm going. The next session will be for our user itself, the user portal that we have, and first we will check it out some of the basic uh, theory knowledge that we want in the users, then we will do some practical on the user side itself in the next upcoming modules or videos itself. So please like, share and subscribe my channel if you want continuously to learn that particular course itself. Okay, so see you, bye bye, take care.